Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Cotto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelkey from Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour. I'm your host, Frank Cotto. In studio, I have my co-host, Ryan Pelkey.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Ryan, and Doug Ford.
How's it going?
Doing good, guys. Good. This is one of our first episodes here that we're going to be streaming. It's not live today, but I think we're going to be fully live on the next one. But you guys are going to be able to catch us on the web starting Monday, we hope. I think that's what we're hearing, right? Monday?
Yeah, definitely on Monday, and then I believe on Friday as well. We're going to have another one air.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
That's right. And we're going to be running the Business Happy Hour live on the internet every Friday. You're going to get to see us. It's going to be an amazing show. Today we have a jam-packed show. All kinds of news happened in the last
to
week.
say the least.
Yeah, I was out of the country, and it was amazing that I was still getting these Fox News updates that were keeping me apprised of only the news that I needed to hear about.
Right.
Anyway, we do have a guest in studio that we're going to introduce a little bit later. We're going to keep it a secret for you for now on who it is, but pretty exciting local businessman that's going to teach us some very, very interesting things about medicine, I think, and specialty medicine products that actually helped out one of our guys in the studio.
Specialty.
That's right. That's the only clue we're going to give you guys for the show. But to jump right in, I'm Frank Cotto. I'm president of Lincoln Lending Group for the last 16 years. I specialize in mortgage products that you cannot get from your bank. That's where we use my funny little tagline, everybody has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. And that's because I'll do those loans for one day out of bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sale, 100% loans for veterans, 3% down Fannie Mae. And at Lincoln Lending Group, as always, I don't charge you anything, no fees. You dial 813-MORTGAGE, you drop the E, and I'm going to drop the fee. That means no lending fees, points, broker fees, no junk fees whatsoever. Ryan over here runs Tampa Bay Plumbers.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your company.
Tampa Bay Plumbers is a full-service plumbing and septic business. We do, regular scheduled construction jobs, which we have them going on all the time. We actually just were awarded the Fort DeSoto bathroom renovation project, which we're really, really excited about.
He's going to have fuzzy toilet seats, I heard, on all the toilets.
Yep. Anti-slam seats, of course. Nothing but the best for the Fort DeSoto beachgoers.
What about doggy toilets? You're allowed to have dogs, I think, on Fort DeSoto.
Only in Dunedin. Dunedin's the dog lover capital of Florida, I guess. So,
they keep crapping on the beach there at Fort DeSoto. Just, whatever.
They don't pick it up. No, I don't know if they do or not. But no, we do. We are primarily a service company that does plumbing and septic, but we also do construction work as well. So literally, if there's anything plumbing related, we can handle it for you. Call 813-PLUMBER.
And no need to drop the E.
No need. Or you can reach us on the web, tampaplumber.net.
And Doug, owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions for many years as well. Tell us a little bit about you.
We just pretty much do everything roofing. I mean, specialize in tile, but we do pretty much all aspects of roofing. It's been a pretty crazy week with all the rain we had, 2 days ago?
You know, it's funny, in my neighborhood, when I was driving out this morning, I saw I can't remember the name of the company, but it was something roof leak detection. And
wow.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing.
I called Doug when you were out of town. We talked about some companies that were going around and doing these insurance claims.
Yeah, didn't you say they went to your house?
They went to my house. They went to your house.
They did.
Yeah, but they you weren't there. But
they saw the sign.
They found hail damage on my roof. They did.
They got up there with a sock and a golf ball and started banging it around.
It sounded like reindeer were on the house.
I'm like, it's really loud up there. What are they doing?
But basically, what's happening, and it's true, these companies start up from out of state. And they come in and they bang the insurance companies for all these bogus claims.
After they bang your roof with the golf ball.
Yeah, exactly.
and then the worker comes and bangs your wife later.
Oh,
wow.
Hey, sorry. Well, somebody have their finger on the edit button in here.
Yeah, we need to rewind and start that over.
True story. Doug told me the story one time about now.
I do have some funny stories. We're not going to go there on the air.
No.
Oh, man.
I got some funny ones as well from being in construction.
So
Especially
with these
employees
guys?
doing crazy things with clients.
Oh, Brian, I think has a couple of those as well. We won't name it. Matter of fact, my old business partner. Let me bring him up. No.
No,
So what happened? Tell us.
I actually went through the whole process with him right up to the point where we had to call my insurance and make a claim. So I wasn't okay with that. I basically
You didn't want to make a major claim? Why not?
I just didn't feel like it was actually necessary. You know, considering the hail damage occurred a year ago, and I don't have any roof leaks or anything like that. So
They didn't find a leak?
No, but they did find hail damage. I mean, he took many photographs of the hail damage, and he said that he thought
When have we had hail?
Apparently there was 6 hailstorms.
So
in
I want to ask Frank a question. Since you had
summer.
hail in your neighborhood, how's your lanai, your pool screen?
Well, see,
Did that come down with all the hail that we had?
No. The hail in my neighborhood just bounced off of the screen.
So so it's going to damage a shingle, but it's not going to hurt your screen.
Yeah, I think it made holes in the plywood, but the screen, I bought that extra special screen.
Apparently.
Hail-proof screen.
That just makes me laugh. I always tell people, I'm like, your screen is still intact, but your roof has damage.
I mean, obviously it's bogus, and I just was extremely curious about it because we just talked about it on our show.
Are you going to
just a
mention the
couple weeks
name
ago.
or?
What's the name?
I think it was like A First Choice.
Oh, really?
A1? Is that what it is?
They actually there's a neighborhood right next to you that I literally see them like every other house doing the same thing.
What's the name of them?
No, you're right. It's like A1 First Choice
I'm
or
gonna have
something.
to bring in the pamphlet because
Yeah,
I don't want to misspeak about the company name, but they definitely were doing exactly what we talked
No,
about.
and it's because they can't earn. They have no business any other way. Literally, they're going door to door soliciting business.
Yeah, so watch out for the hail damage roofing contractors. Call Suncoast Roofing instead.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Call Doug over at Suncoast.
I mean, I've done in my entire life, I've done 2 hail damage claims when it was true hail damage. I mean, it was a neighborhood out in Lutz, and I mean the roofs were bad. I mean, you can see where the hail damage was it occurred, and it actually
so it
caused
does
leaks.
happen on occasion. It's,
Yeah, but it was a quick storm we had, I think, last summer, and it was only in Lutz.
I think that's when I found that remember I did say I found the golf ball size hail in my yard.
Yep.
And I saw it coming down, and I was blown away. I mean, I've lived in Florida my whole life, and I saw this white crap falling out of the sky. And first I thought Tony Montana was flying over me, but
I've been here 12 years. I think I've seen hail twice.
yeah, I mean the one I picked up was big. I will say that it was maybe almost the size of a golf ball, and I kept it in my freezer for a week, showed it to the kids.
So should I get a new roof?
Yeah, you should.
But from a
Just
more
let me
reputable
do it.
company. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I could have them get the claim all approved and be like, it is my decision who I use.
Absolutely. No, you can do that. That's actually how I got 2 claims. Is they called me after this fraudulent company went to them. They're like, look, I'd like a second opinion.
Oh wow!
And I went there and I was like, you really have hail damage.
Nice.
Wow.
And then I ended up getting the roof.
He did take pictures of what, I mean, I guess it could be hail damage. I don't know. You want to
How old is your roof? That's the question.
It's 203.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you gotta remember the shingles naturally wear off, and so anything that fall, you're gonna get granular loss regardless, whether it was hail or not.
It definitely looked like hail damage.
It definitely looks like.
If you want me to come by and check it out, I will. But if you don't have a leak, what's the point?
Well, yeah, but then you don't have a loss, right? If there's no damage or there's no loss, then there's no coverage triggered. Yeah,
well, you got to remember your coverage is replacing your roof, and it's a major claim.
Yeah.
So your roof is going to be $12,000-$15,000. Some of these guys actually charge $50 to $100 a square more, just so they can make more money on it, and these insurance companies cover it.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Oh, they jack it up for the deductible.
Jack it up.
And all that,
Exactly.
that
They jack it up so
trick.
they can make more money. I've heard some of the guys charge $400 a square.
Doug,
when we're like $300.
What number do we call if we want to get a hold of you, Doug, and get a legitimate hail claim?
888-888-ROOF.
You guys heard it. 888-888-ROOF. Ryan over here, 813-Plumber. Yeah. You reach me at 813-Mortgage. You got to drop the E so I can drop the fee. If not, it's going to ring busy. So I made that up today. That was pretty good. Speaking of hail, there's somewhere that does need some hail, and this, no laughing matter, but
Canada.
Exactly.
Oh my
Doug
gosh.
brought it up today at lunch.
That's crazy. 210,000 acres.
And you said it was the size of Texas?
No, the size of Illinois or Chicago. Or
That's like the size of a state is on fire.
Correct.
That's insane.
So you see some of the pictures. It's insane. What people are driving through right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was out of the country for 2 weeks, and I just heard about it when I got. Wait, what started the fire?
That I don't know. I just saw it on the news.
I know that we didn't start the fire. Cue it up. Cue it up. Oh, you guys are too slow. All right,
No,
Josh.
you all-
Next
I was
time.
going
Next
to start
time.
singing, but believe me, it would have been bad.
Speaking of fire, did you see
It
the
would've
one
been
in
really
Houston?
bad.
Do you see the
No.
explosion in Houston?
I haven't seen crap for 2
Oh my
weeks.
gosh.
What happened there?
Some chemical in a warehouse caught on fire and exploded, and then just the whole entire part of Houston turned black.
It was
So
one of
meth
Ber-
lab?
It was a Bernie Sanders rally that they had going on.
No, I think it was actually like a Trump or a Kasich rally. I don't know. They're the ones who really blew it up this last week.
Yeah,
Republicans in general blew it up.
Oh God, we're definitely. If you guys want to stay tuned for that, we're definitely going to be talking about Republicans and blow it up, and some things that happened politically wise when I was out of the country over the last couple of weeks. Some very interesting people. that I
Very
met.
interesting.
Absolutely.
Lots of
absolutely.
rate stuff. Lots of rate stuff.
Yeah,
More-
we got a minute. Talk about the rate stuff. It's a little bit crazy right now. What's going on? You said Soros and
Yeah, I mean, you got guys like Warren Buffett coming out at his shareholder conference where there's 50,000 people attending, and he threw it out there that if the Fed would just come out and say what they're actually going to do, which is keep rates low for just about ever,
right.
the stock market would go up to 100,000.
That's
The
insane.
Dow would be.
And now it's at what, 17,000?
Yeah, so basically it's at 17 right now, which is at 17 times earnings. Is basically how our stock market's priced. What Buffett's saying is that if rates were to remain low for an extended period of time, like up to 50 years, then the market would adjust to 100 times earnings.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's really insane.
Time to
Yeah.
get your money in the market right now, guys.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, but what it also means is it's time to buy real estate because housing is going to go
Bingo.
way crazy if
Well,
that
rates-
happens.
rates are gonna stay
Absolutely.
down.
I mean, housing has gone crazy in Florida the past couple of years, regardless.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
but
Doug.
imagine if there wasn't the boot on the neck, because everybody thinks that the Fed's eventually going to raise rates.
Right, exactly. Hey, guys, we've got to take a quick break here. When we come back, Ryan's going to tell us an incredible story, and we're going to talk to our guest, who we're going to announce shortly. But you're listening to the Business Happy Hour.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay. This is your host, Frank Cotto, president of Lincoln Lending Group. We still have Ryan Pelkey with Tampa Bay Plumbers and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions in studio with us. And we want to pick right back up where we left off.
Yeah, we got to talk about the rates.
Talk about the rates. And I got to tell you what's on the screen right now as soon as you get done with the rate thing.
Yeah. Well, we got to take it back, I think, to last fall when the Fed finally raised rates. Right?
Right.
The market dropped 2,000 points. The Dow was down 2,000 points like within a month. And so immediately the Fed does an about face and says, okay, we're not going to raise rates again for the rest of the year, basically.
Right.
So then now the market's ticked back up to where it was before they announced that they were actually going to raise rates. So, there's been a lot of talk about QE4 now because of these job report numbers that are coming out. A lot of the job report numbers are really phony if you really dig into them. Most of the jobs that are being created right now are part-time jobs.
Correct. Seasonal and part-time jobs.
Yeah, and they're low-paying part-time jobs that do not include any health care
because
benefits.
of Obamacare.
Bingo.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with it. It's actually a lot of service, like waiters, bartenders, people like that. They don't work at one restaurant anymore. They work at 2 or 3. So that way they can, still get their hours, but the employers don't have to pay for Obamacare. So
exactly, and the expectation on the jobs from a couple different reports, right, was 190,000 all the way up to
240.
240.
Yeah, Goldman predicted 240, and we got 160.
Yeah, new jobs. So what this does is when you have these reports that say you're going to have more jobs created and then less get created on the mortgage side of the world, it actually brings interest rates down.
Right.
Okay, it puts a little bit of fear basically back into the mortgage side of the economy, and we drop rates when this happens. Now they're not dropping significantly because rates can't drop that significantly from where we are now.
But isn't unemployment like 5%?
Yeah, it is.
Right now?
Yeah, unemployment is at 5%. And now they're looking at different, parameters. Also, it's like the Fed continues to flip their course, and you got many billionaire hedge fund investors that are coming out with things that you have to listen to, like QE4. You got George Soros and some of the biggest names in investing coming out and saying that there will be QE4.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what QE4 is if you're listening now and you don't know.
Quantitative easing, round number 4, is basically going to look like $2 trillion bond and asset purchase, which is going to keep rates very low. And it's interesting because in Europe, I heard that they were doing some negative rates. They actually did it.
Yep. I actually asked. So I was in Italy, France, and Spain for the last 2 weeks, and I have some good friends who are Italian. They live in Italy, and we got to talking about mortgages. And I said, what's the rate you guys pay? He basically pays 1% to his bank. And then I'm like, no wonder you guys have problems.
It's the Roach Motel. You check in, you can never check out. Once you start this quantitative easing, you can never stop.
And here's the craziest part. I said, well, what did they require you to put down? He bought a brand new condo, and it was at 200,000 euro, which currently would be about $226,000. The bank asked for $0 down.
What? At 1%.
Well, when they started, I think he said he was paying like 3.2% or something, and now they've dropped it. And I don't know the whole thing about their economy, but they've dropped it down to 1%. And he said, now they sometimes would like you to put 3 or 5% down. And
Let's go buy some real estate.
That's what I said.
I think
I'll pay 1%.
Yeah. And now you have Trump coming out, and I think that with him being the presumptive nominee for the GOP, Thank God.
Teaser.
He's coming right out there and saying that the rates have to be low. Obviously, we can't raise rates. I don't know why that isn't so evident to everyone right now that the rates are going to be low, regardless of what the Fed says they're going to do. They're not going to raise them because they can't.
Right. What would happen if just so everybody understands with this QE4 is if the federal government did not come in and buy these bonds and these mortgage-backed securities, then basically that would leave it up to private investors to purchase them, and no private investor in their right mind would come in and say, give me an investment that's going to pay me 1% and I'll buy $40 billion of it.
No,
Absolutely
no,
not.
no, no.
Right. So in reality, when the rates, if the Fed stops buying, the rates are going to go up significantly. They have to, because it's going to be private individuals or private companies purchasing.
Yeah, the rates will stay low until the markets absolutely dictate that they cannot.
Yep.
And so that could be who knows how long. But Warren Buffett came out and said, like I said in the last segment, that if the rates were kept low for an extended period of time, up to 50 years, that the market would adjust to 100 times earnings, which is 100,000 for the Dow. So there's going to be a lot of phony wealth created. And during that process, obviously, we're going to avoid some recessions, but we're really just kicking the can down the road. I mean, eventually, you're going to have to deal with the problem.
I don't want to change topics, but we got a couple minutes left in this segment. Ryan, you got a story that you wanted to tell
I do.
us.
I love this story. Well, part of it, anyways. The solution I love, but I haven't really told anyone this. But I've had a rough year. I've been sick for most of the year, and it started off with an ear infection actually, and then it just kind of it came into this thing where I had zero energy for 2 months. And I saw my doctor. I even went to the emergency room because I had 2 weeks of fever. At 102, 103 degree fever every single day, and like every day.
It's right after you came back from Bangkok.
Yeah. I should have taken some penicillin, I guess. But that's actually not. I've never been out of the country, so just if you're listening.
I didn't mean going to actual Bangkok. Sorry.
Yeah, there are a lot of J spas in Tampa.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Go up and down Kennedy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Doug does the roofs for all of them. So. He gets right on top.
You want a happy ending?
Oh my God! No. Well, I was legitimately sick, and I went to see multiple doctors. Had so much blood work done that I think I recycled all the blood in my body. Finally, I thought, gosh, maybe I have low testosterone.
There you go.
And so I remember that a friend of mine, Jimmy, he used to be a public adjuster and we used him back in the day, years ago. But I remembered he started up this hormone company called Tampa Testosterone. So I reached out to him on Facebook. He called me right away, and I made an appointment to go over there. So Jimmy Barker, owner of Tampa Testosterone, they're over in Brandon. Phone number is 813-579-4100. I went to see him, and
Right, I got to cut you off real quick. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to pick back up with Jimmy. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour, and we'll be back in 1 second.
Okay.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Walk through life.
has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, everybody. And we're gonna had to cut off Ryan a little bit earlier on that last segment.
Yeah, because they don't have a clock in here, you know.
No. Well, he lost his sense of time when he was in Bangkok, and but Jimmy brought him back, and now we've already said his name. But Ryan, let's go back to the story.
Yeah, Jimmy Barker. This awesome story. I finally went to Tampa Testosterone to because I figured this has to be it. I have to have low T.
Low T or no T.
So I go in there, and Jimmy has me take a bunch of, give the blood, and we went, took like a week to get the results back, and I went in, and I thought for sure, I'm thinking, I'm going to get some testosterone.
Whoa, wait a minute. You give blood to check the testosterone?
He
didn't just give you a cup or anything?
No, it's a full blood workup. I mean, he checked literally everything. Because, you don't know what it is, what the problem is. You got to check for everything.
All right.
So I go in there, and I'm thinking, I'm going to get a shot of testosterone. This is great. I'm going to be on steroids or something,
Back to my college days.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. My testosterone's through the roof. It's high, on the high side. And but he goes, but you got a problem with your gut. And I'm like, hell yeah, I got a problem with my gut. So
everybody but Doug does, damn it.
So he goes, here, take this. It's a probiotic. I'm thinking, come on, dude, are you serious?
Those are only for pros.
I just have this like an over-the-counter thing, right? And he's like, yeah, just try this. I think it might help you. And within 2 weeks, I felt 80% better. And then 4 weeks, I feel better than I have. I feel like I'm 23. I feel like a completely new man.
Well, he's only 26.
Jimmy, are you are you a doctor, or how do you usually when you hear about testosterone, you think of, a doctor's got to test me.
So I'm an entrepreneur,
okay,
just like you guys, but I have a doctor, an MD that works for me, a PA, and a nurse.
Love it. The guy hires the doctor.
Oh, this is genius.
This is genius. I love this guy.
I'm the businessman behind the medicine. And,
it's like me. I've never been on a roof to save my life.
All right, we're gonna edit that part out.
Psych.
I've been on a roof, but I've never installed a roof once.
See, it works out really good for Doug because he used to play golf, so he has lots of socks, lots of golf balls, but he doesn't. But he's never been on a roof.
Sorry about that, Jim. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good. No, I mean Ryan came in and exactly like he was saying. We just kind of listened to what his problems were, and we're more of the mindset of let's get to the root problem. Let's just not fix the symptom like the low testosterone or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that you actually listened to everything that I said. You asked me more questions than any of the doctors that I saw up to that point. And it was because of that he actually figured out what the hell is wrong with me.
Now, isn't there a certain age then people start dropping off their testosterone?
Well, shockingly, it's a lot earlier these days. I've had somebody last month I had a 20-year-old come in.
Really?
And trust me, that's not common, and his levels were low.
Wow.
But that's the kind of thing we can correct more similar to what Ryan went through using more natural options. But,
nice.
Nowadays we have so many toxins in our water, our food, our air, everything.
Yep.
Medications that we're all on, and it screws up all our hormones. And so guys are coming in a lot. I have more 30-somethings than I do 50s and 60-somethings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazy.
But
yeah.
I think if you're feeling lethargic, basically when I went into Tampa Testosterone the first time, you gave me a chart that had 10 symptoms on it, and if you have 3 of these 10 symptoms, you probably have low T, or there's a chance you have low T. Well, I had all 10 at the time. I had all 10. And I mean, trust me, guys,
right there.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with poor performance.
Aren't you healthy over there? I mean, I thought you were working out and eating well. What's going on?
Somebody give this guy a cup.
No, it had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. No, but it actually, Jimmy, I think there's so many people that can benefit here in Tampa by going to see you. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Testosterone is what we're best known for, but we really try to look at the whole body because I tell my clients, look, I can fill you full of testosterone, but if you're not eating right, if you're not exercising, if you don't have the right supplementation, it doesn't mean anything. You still might feel horrible at the end of the day. And so that's really the approach that we took with you, and it paid off.
Tell us about the probiotic thing. A lot of people don't understand what a probiotic is. My wife's a health nut. I joke that every day when I eat lunch, I eat whatever the hell I want, but when I go home, I eat whatever the hell's on the table, and it's good. She does no gluten, tries to eat all natural, puts a little scoop of probiotic in my kids' cereals in the mornings, and it actually tastes good. The kids don't mind it.
Really?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You guys need to invite me over for breakfast, dog.
Maybe you wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah,
if you did.
geez, Pete, you could have saved me thousands of dollars in months.
But I would have had to talk to Jimmy. He's the one that told me everything.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, but tell us about probiotics. The difference.
Probiotics, really the point is that our gut is where all of our immune system and all our health stems from. We've got our brain, and our second brain is considered our gut, and we're just scratching the surface of what we know and science on it.
Unless you're a guy, that's a third one. So.
Exactly, third brain. And so it's pretty exciting just to see the number of things that we can really improve. I mean, people have skin conditions or just other sicknesses, and their hormones might be off, or their mood, their sleep, their energy, and all these things can be helped by improving their gut. So we really take that full approach, and that's why we have Tampa Testosterone that specializes in the hormones, but our sister company BioDesign is really where people come in and look at their entire wellness. It's instead of the science of treating sickness, we're the science of treating health.
Nice.
Okay, so that's called what? BioDesign?
BioDesign Wellness.
Yeah, didn't you say you had some other things you did as well? So that was one of them?
Yep, that's one of them. We specialize in weight loss, hormone replacement therapy, and wellness. And so
Nice.
it's a lot of education to teach people how to really put it all together, because if you're missing any piece of the puzzle, you could struggle.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting that in America now, it's everyone's prescription drugs. If there's something wrong with me, let me take a pill.
Big pharma.
Yeah.
Can't
Big
do that.
pharma,
Like,
yeah.
you're killing yourself.
All comes down to money, though.
And a year ago when I went into the doctors, they said I had high triglycerides.
Mm-hmm.
And, they wanted to give me a pill for it. I said, no, I know how unhealthy I am. And I know what I eat every day. I know how much alcohol I drink. I need to change my habits before I even consider taking a pill. Well, a year later, I've lost 30 pounds. I feel great. And my triglycerides are normal now.
This guy looks good. This guy's in a freaking tank top. I should be wearing a sweater. I think.
Yeah, lifestyle is everything. It's amazing what you can do with just taking the right steps in your life. And managing stress is one of the biggest things that we overlook as guys. We're always taught to just walk it off, rub some dirt in it and we'll shake it off.
Right.
And I'm seeing it over and over and over. People who look amazing on the outside, but on the inside, they're falling apart. And so we really try to help people figure out how to improve that lifestyle and get those health results.
What kind of things you guys do to talking about stress? I mean, telling people to have some free time during the day to relax, get away from everything, breathing exercises.
Exactly. Finding some time just to do something you enjoy every day, whether it's reading, taking a walk, doing some exercise or whatnot, get away, and even meditation.
Yeah.
They've shown that doing 30 minutes of meditation can actually repair DNA. So there's some amazing things that we're really figuring out on how to teach people, what to do with their lifestyles, and it can improve everything.
Doug's thing is hitting roofs with golf balls. It's
Never done it in my
Everybody's
life.
got their thing.
It's a huge stress relief. It's a huge stress reducer.
It's great. Yep.
Now, I will hit a golf ball with a driver and irons, but I've never
Now,
hit
is that
hit a
stress
roof.
relief for you, though? I mean,
It
Doug's
absolutely
a
is.
professional golf
Not
former.
No, so everyone has an outlet in life,
Right.
Some people like driving fast, which I like too.
I like that. Yeah.
I like to go and play golf. During that 3-4 hours I play golf, I don't think about anything else.
Yeah,
See, that's
pretty
that's
good.
amazing.
I can
A lot
have
of
a
guys
really-
play golf and it's stressful.
I can have a really bad day. I just go play golf and my day improves.
That's
it.
awesome.
That's all you need.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
How about
that's
you, Ryan?
great.
What do you do? What do you do to decompress?
I normally go
Legally.
to the liquor store and buy a bottle of Tito's.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's probably what I used to do. No, honestly, I've been doing a lot of stuff with my kids and around the house, and I've been doing some fishing. I've been going out on the water quite a bit, which I really enjoy. That's pretty much it for me. working out. I've been actually exercising a little bit.
Yeah.
And I actually took some Protandim, which is that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
right?
Protandim.
Protandim.
Exactly. That helps get your internal pharmacy working right is the easiest way to say it. It preserves the lifespan of the cell. So in essence, you're slowing down the aging process of your cells.
Yeah, I did some did a lot of YouTube videos on it, watched a lot of them, and I couldn't find one negative video, really. Yeah. The only negative that, I guess it was not even really a negative, is just that after sometimes 5 to 7 days, some of the people that took it experienced some sickness because it's really an antioxidant, right?
It is. It's activating enzymes in our body that are antioxidant enzymes, so it's 1 million more times powerful than an antioxidant supplement of what we think about. And the reason is those people have toxins in their body, and it actually activates the detox process, so they get sick while they're trying to get that out of their system.
Jimmy, tell us. We haven't, tell us how to get a hold of you. Phone
absolutely.
numbers, website, something.
Easiest place to remember is getyourteaup.com. That's the letter T, getyourteaup.com. And it's 813-579-4100. Come in, sit down, and we'll talk through all your situations, ask the right questions.
Or just Google Tampa testosterone,
you
and you're good to go.
All right, let's say that again. It's Tampa testosterone is what you said, but the actual website, isn't it testosteroneboostersformen.com?
That works as well.
Okay.
Sometimes people just remember getyourteaup.com.
Get your T up. Okay. Get your T up, which I'll have some jokes for you in the next segment.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but my testosterone's high, so you gotta take it easy.
As long as you remember it, that's all we care.
GetYourTeaUp.com. You guys heard it now. Ryan's endorsing the J Spa. Jimmy, GetYourTeaUp.com. They go hand in hand with each other.
Oh my God, that's not true. None of that's true.
None of that is true. But you got to take a break, guys. Though you're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank, Ryan, Doug, and Jimmy Barker with Tampa Testosterone. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Today and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day, and everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever, or keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better.
Everyone has a bank, But you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay. We're glad you're listening. We're having a great show with Doug and Ryan and our special guest, Jimmy Barker of Tampa Testosterone. We've been having a lot of fun with Jimmy. We were just talking on the break, actually, about lots of things that we can't talk about on the air right now.
Yeah.
Ryan told us a really special story that I would love to repeat right now about how he actually decompresses. Doug brought up something halfway serious. Halfway.
Yeah, Jimmy was talking about, I brought up Big Pharma, and so I looked up something. There's a hepatitis C drug that $1,000 in America.
Now, Hep C isn't that that's a sexual transmitted disease, or is that the actual sickness one?
No, that's the one that's the blood, and that's
that's the bad one.
I think that's Pam Am has that.
So it's $4 in India.
$4, and it's $1,000 a pill here.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy,
just
talk
stupid.
to us.
Is that the gentleman who purchased the company just so
No, that's completely different.
That's a different
That's
one.
completely
Okay.
different.
That was an amazing story.
That was
too,
a crazy
by the way.
story.
Yeah.
It's Big Pharma's got their hands on our whole healthcare system. It's just out of
a
control.
joke.
I mean, they're driving decisions for doctors, and doctors' hands are tied. I mean, a lot of my family is in medicine, and they're stuck in this no-win situation where they want to help the patient, but they can't.
Right.
Yeah,
And
the pain pills have got to stop. I mean, when are we gonna fix that problem?
Didn't they say Prince had a bunch of painkillers in his system when he died?
Apparently, he had a big problem with it. So I don't know. I don't think they've actually come out with the official results on all that yet for him. But yeah, you look at Michael Jackson, Prince, and then thousands of people across America pretty much every day.
Yeah, and then just one medicine leads to the next. Next thing, you've got high blood pressure. Now my cholesterol's going up. Let's get on that. Now my thyroid's, whatever, and it's never ending.
Yeah, next thing you're taking 25 pills a day.
And it's
how's that for your gut?
Yeah, average. What is it? Average 60-year-old is taking over 10 pills a day.
That's
and
ridiculous.
10 medications, and there's no end. None of those medications are there to solve the problem. They're just helping turn off that symptom for that day, and then the next day you got to come in and do it again. The analogy I like to give is, if you took your car into the auto mechanic and the engine light was on, you knew there's a problem, and the mechanic can put his little computer into the car and make the light go off.
Yep.
And you could go home that day and you'd be like, all right, my light's off, and then you're running errands. Next thing you know, the light comes back on, and so you'd be like, what the heck's going on? Next day you take it back in and you're like, hey, that light's back on. He does the same thing again. And, if you think about it, that's all we're doing with those medications is we're turning the little light off, but we're not actually solving the problem. And how many times would you keep going back to that mechanic and do that again? After 2 days, you would just tell him to screw himself and you'd move on. So really...
No, that's a great analogy, and it's so true. It's
Well, they believe that
so
we're all
true.
sheep. That's the problem. Is they literally believe that we're just a bunch of sheep, and they're going to tell us, no, take this, take this.
Why
take
does
this.
the Food and Drug Administration not? Why do they allow this to happen? Like, why do they even have the FDA?
It's all money. Yeah, I mean,
is it really that crooked?
It really is really bad. Yeah, I mean, there's the doctors are put in a position where they usually get about 7 minutes with a patient, and
If
it's,
that.
yeah, if that, and it's usually it's maybe a PA or a nurse or somebody who's seen them and done their vitals, and the doctor comes in and basically just signs off on, okay, this is your symptom, here's your med, we're moving on, and the doctor isn't rewarded for spending an hour or whatnot to help them fix their lifestyle, which may have actually solved the problem. Instead, they're rewarded for doing the quick symptom and seeing the next patient and seeing as many as they can see.
prescribing more and more drugs?
Exactly.
You heard about the Brzezinski guy in Houston.
No.
He's a guy that created I don't want to say a cure, but he basically created a natural way to cure cancer. And Big Pharma has been trying to shut him down for years. Like,
Is that the
suing him for
billionaire guy? No.
He might be. I'm sure he's a millionaire by now, but I mean, literally, Big Pharma spent as much money as it could to shut him down.
Yeah,
But no, Brzezinski, I thought that was the guy, the billionaire that just denied his plane to Hillary Clinton.
No, completely different.
Oh, that's a good story.
That is a good
Jimmy's
one.
got something.
Yeah,
on this.
no, I mean, you're right. They're actually trying to take away doctors' licenses
Yes.
who are going against the grain.
And they
using
say
natural
because
approaches.
because he's not a big corporation and he's a single individual, that's why they don't allow his drug to. They don't want to support it.
There's somebody who was in the Texas area, like you're talking about, who many years ago actually had the same issues, and they moved their clinic down to Mexico so they could actually help people.
Well, this guy
That's
actually
ridiculous.
cured cancer with lots of kids, and just by natural, like natural vitamins and stuff. And
Speaking of natural, okay, I got to bring it up. We talked about it about lunch. We talked about the marijuana thing here in Tampa being decriminalized. And you brought up at lunch the Keys in Citrus County. They both just followed suit and decriminalized. So, Jimmy, I got to ask you, for ways to decompress, what are your thoughts on that?
Everybody's got
We
their
are on
thing
it.
that works for them. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got their thing that works for them. I would say within moderation, you do what does takes care of you. But obviously, when it's not the medical version, there could be some repercussions that I can't advise that being the answer. But medical marijuana is amazing. Some of the effects. And speaking about curing cancer, there's been studies and proof of even medical marijuana helping with that.
What else? What is it? Is it MS? What or
MS and ALS.
Oh,
My father-in-law passed away of ALS, and I was pretty discouraged because he was a veteran, and they did take wonderful care of him. I won't say anything bad about what the VA did for them and the family. It was amazing.
Thank God.
But they follow the FDA, and they're so inside the box on the treatments. I was trying to encourage him. I mean, we knew he was dying. And I said, you got to do anything possible, everything to extend your life, to do what you can. And there were no options.
Well, I'll tell you some of the things that shocked me. My best friend actually had leukemia about 3 years ago, mid-30s, shocking, would never expect it. And doctors were telling him before his chemo treatments to go and eat as much ice cream, cake, cookies, whatever he could, because he was going to lose weight while on the treatment. And I was like, please don't.
That's the worst thing.
It's the worst thing that you're feeding the cancer. And it's amazing. That's the advice that's still being said
My wife says
today.
that about when the kids get sick. When you give them sugar and things, you're feeding the illness, which I totally believe.
That's crazy to me because we're gonna have to pick this back up when we get back. But there's so much we can talk about. That maybe
next
we're
week.
Done.
No, we're done. The show's done, guys. We've got 10 seconds left. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Jimmy, thanks for being on the show. It was very informative.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Doug, we're not going to have you next week, but we'll have Ryan and maybe Jimmy will come back. But anyway, you guys are listening to the Business Happy Hour. Tune in next week.
Everyone has a bank.